What's going on, everybody? This is Michael with Love and Freedom. Hey, I'm back with another travel tip video for you guys. And this time, this video is, as you can see, the title about having dual citizenship. Some of the things that you shouldn't do, or some of the things you should do if you are a dual citizenship passport holder. And some of the things I always tell people when they ask me about having dual citizenship, first question they always ask is, especially the ones from the U.S., I always ask, if you got dual citizenship, say example in Mexico, do you have to renounce your citizenship for the U.S.? And you just basically answered your own question when you asked if you have dual citizenship. And that's basically what it means. Dual citizenship. And some of the ways that you can, one of the easiest way, if you married a person, citizen from that country, such as Mexico, and you did the proper paperwork to get that citizenship honored. Now, this is not a legal topic about what are the steps to do to get it or whatever, but I was just giving you an example. And this is pertaining to traveling as a dual citizenship, as a dual citizen, or holding two passports from other countries, or multiple passports from different countries. I have a citizenship in that another country other than your own original country. Now, there has been some cases that's been, going around on the internet. If you are into the traveling videos about certain requirements, visa or things like that when you're traveling abroad. And that was a story that popped up and it gained my attention about traveling as a dual citizen, and and I just want to feel like I, just want to share this. Some of this stuff is basic information. I want to say common sense, if you want to put it that way. And, dealing with multiple people in, immigration for years, friends that I've, had the experience to work with or work alongside that's still into the immigration department. Shout out to them. Talk to me, or some of the ones I met, during our traveling experience that, kept me polished up on some of the immigration rules or policy, or some of the basic information that as a traveler you should know already if you're traveling. And I think I've mentioned this on one of my videos in the previous couple years ago. This is also has to do with, like, if you are, dual citizen and you're traveling, whether you say where you're traveling from abroad back into the United States, if you are traveling together, you or your spouse, and this goes for someone that may not have, their spouse may not have dual citizenship. And just say if their spouse is, just say for example, they're from another, from another country, and they only have their passport from their country, and you're both arriving back into the United States. And when you come in, those who travel know when you come in, the immigration, they'll say citizens of the U.S. on this line, and people with, tourists or visa foreigners in the other line, however they say it. And you may send your significant other to the other line, and you go to the U.S. line, vice versa. And those are some of the things you want to pay attention to as well. A lot of people don't know this, and I learned this from one of my immigration friends. He said, "Do you have any friends that may have significant other, or wife or someone that's from another country, and they come into the United States with you? Advise them that they may be a citizen. They should go to the line of the visitors, or other passport holders line with their spouse, significant other, to let them know that they're traveling together. It's a lot more easier for them. I'm not saying it's easier to get into the country, but it's a lot more, I would say, give them a little bit more comfort when the immigration officer start questioning them and you say we're together and this is my wife or my significant other or whatever, because they do pay attention to that, especially if you book the flights and you're booking the flight as a two-party person, or or you're in a group and you go up to immigration solo. The first thing they're gonna look in the system, because they know that those two passports or whatever are tied together as traveling. They're gonna be questioning you why. They're not gonna tell you or ask you where's your significant other, because they don't want you to know that they are aware that you are traveling with a partner. So where is your partner? So they're gonna start asking more questions in depth to your traveling itinerary. So just be careful with that. So always go with them in the group, in the line with them, and go up to the immigration podium together. Always go together. Let them know you're traveling together. That's another safety tip, another hidden gem that you should do when you're traveling together. Go to the immigration, unless that officer tell you one at a time, I don't want you up here with them, whatever. Then you follow those directions, but always proceed together when you're traveling together. All right. Now, the story I'm talking about that I heard about with the dual citizen thing was this incident where this Vietnamese lady had dual citizenship from Russia, and she was Vietnamese, and she had passport from Vietnam, and she had her Russian passport. Well, she came into Vietnam, landed in Vietnam, and she came to the immigration office. And Russia has that where they allow you to be visa free into the country for 45 days, or I think it's 45 days. And she came in, she presented her Russian passport and visa that she was coming into the country visa free for 45 days as a tourist. All right. Take in consideration, she has citizenship in Vietnam. Well, she presented the 45 days arrival visa and free arrival visa passport from Russia. So she get into the country. 90 days pass by. She received a knock at the door. Knock at the door. It was immigration, Vietnamese immigration. They asked her reason why we here. She was asking, what did I do wrong? I've been here. I've been bound by the rules or whatever. What did I do wrong? They said, well, first of all, you overstayed your visa. Your visa was the 45 days visa free. You're over 90 days. Okay. Well, she figured, okay, well, that's fine. Here's my Vietnam passport. I'm a Vietnamese resident. They says, that doesn't matter. We don't care about that now. When you came into this country, you presented yourself as a tourist on a 45 days visa free. Even though she held two passports, she came in as a visa free 45 days tourist visa from Russia. They didn't care about that. Then they told her, you're 90 days over, you are illegal. You overstayed your visa. Even though you do hold a Vietnamese passport, you didn't present that at the time. So that's just a little short story for what I gathered. And it's just a token to tell you guys, if you go into these countries visa free, don't always depend on the visa free if you're holding two passports. That was just no mind thought of her on her behalf, because I wouldn't go back to the United States knowing I hold two passport, Mexican passport and American passport, and I'm going back into my native country, U.S., and I give them my Mexican passport. Why would I do that? The country you're coming to, you present that passport coming back into that country if you are a citizen of that country, and not coming in on a visa free stay. I just don't trust that visa arrival. So anything can happen. You have to give yourself a little leeway. Say if you come in on for example, you go to a place and they give you, take China, for example, they give you 240 hours visa free coming into the country, and you can only stay in a certain area. Well, why would I wait the 240 hours exact to leave the country, knowing anything could happen? The plane could be delayed. You could get sick. Anything can happen. You always give yourself a little room, leeway for that. Megan, what that law is, anything, how they say it? Quote me here, I'm saying it wrong. What can happen will happen. That's what it says. What can happen will happen. Vice versa. Will happen, however they say it. You know what I'm trying to say. But you have to always plan in advance and plan. Don't wait the last minute. Just like in the Marine Corps, they used to say, if you 15 minutes early, you late. Point blank. So don't wait the last minute to do anything. Always check. Don't always rely on that visa-free arrival. Make sure you have those things already in hand. Dot your I's and cross your T's. And a dual citizenship is things that you hold. Make sure you're doing the right thing and don't be in these countries illegal. All right. Or overstay is crucial, because in Vietnam, if you stay more than a year, then your visa stay more than a year and you are out of compliance, and you're more than a year, you could face some serious penalties. You could be 86 from the country, fined, heavily fined, and put in jail. Luckily, that lady, she only stayed, she was 90 days over her stay, and it only cost her about $600. And she was an 86 from the country. So, guys, pay attention to your visa. Don't wait the last minute to try to renew it or leave the country. Whether you're doing a visa run or you are doing an extended visa, make sure you check those dates and make sure you allow yourself enough time to leave the country or re-enter the country. All right, guys. Just wanted to share that quick video with you guys and try to keep you guys, make your travel a little bit more smoother, a little bit more less stressful, because I don't like stress. So I try to sit down, take my time, and do everything accordingly. All right. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Until the next one. Bye now. Peace. One love.